Myths are like ripples on a pond, spreading and shifting until they're almost unrecognizable from their source. Legends often begin with whispers of beasts too strange, too powerful, or too terrifying to be real. People pass down these stories through generations, embellishing them with each retelling until the line between fact and fiction blurs beyond recognition. But sometimes the myth isn't just a story, it's a creature that never quite went away, hiding somewhere in the world, just out of sight. Today, we're diving into the murky depths of half-forgotten lore and bringing you 5 creatures whose existence was once called into question, only to be proven real beyond a shadow of a doubt. Welcome back, I'm your host, and let's jump right into today's episode, starting off our countdown at number 5, the Okapi. In the dense, dark heart of the African rainforest, where sunlight struggles to penetrate the thick canopy and shadows dance on the forest floor, there's a creature that seems straight out of a fantasist's dream. If you think I'm talking about some mythical beast with rainbow wings or a tail that wags in the sky, hold that thought, because what I'm describing is very real. The Okapi, also known as the forest giraffe, perfectly embodies this magical enigma. Its upper body resembles a giraffe, but its lower body looks like a zebra, complete with those bold black and white stripes. How did such an oddity escape the notice of scientists for so long? Well, the answer lies in the very nature of the Okapi. They prefer the solitude of the forest, keeping to the shade and shunning the open clearings where researchers might spot them. Their elusive nature has earned them the nickname forest giraffe, and they've been part of African folklore for ages, often spoken of in hushed tones as if afraid to disturb the magic they embody. However, despite their reputation for being shy and elusive, Okapi have not been completely absent from human records. There were accounts from Arab traders in the 18th century who spoke of a strange horse-like animal with a long neck and zebra-like stripes on its legs and belly. It wasn't until 1901, though, that a British explorer named Sir Harry Johnston captured an Okapi skin and brought it back to England. This specimen was then classified and officially described by scientists as a new species. Today, we know that the Okapi is not a hybrid, as some have suggested, but a separate species altogether. And while they may not be as tall as giraffes, they are just as real and just as magnificent. Moving on at number 4, the giant squid. For centuries, tales of colossal squids were dismissed as tall tales, the stuff of fishermen's yarns spun to scare landlubbing recruits or unsuspecting tourists. Stories of legendary sea monsters are nothing new, but the giant squid is one beast whose existence was doubted even as evidence mounted. Think about it. In a world where squids are generally known for their rather average size, ranging from a few inches to a couple of feet in length, the idea of a monster squid reaching over 100 feet in length seems far-fetched. That's like going from your average garden slug to a fully grown elephant. Yet here we are. Recent expeditions have documented and studied live giant squid, confirming their existence. And it turns out these creatures aren't just myths. They're incredibly real. Imagine encountering a giant squid in its natural habitat. Its massive tentacles drifting past you like the arms of a giant, its huge eyes staring back at you with ancient wisdom, its skin like wrinkled leather, deep ocean lines etched into its being. The giant squid is not just a larger version of the squids we're familiar with. It's a creature of epic proportions that challenges our perception of the natural world. As with many sea creatures, the exact size of the giant squid remains uncertain due to the difficulties of measuring them in their natural environment. However, the largest giant squid ever recorded was a female weighing 600 pounds with a mantle length of 7 feet and tentacles reaching 33 feet. This particular squid was caught off the coast of New Zealand in 1925. While this may seem like an anomaly, sightings and encounters with giant squids are relatively common. Many squid hunters recount tales of hooking these behemoths, but they often break free before they can be properly measured. These stories, once dismissed as exaggerations, are now supported by photographs and video footage, Thanks to modern technology, we're able to document and verify these encounters, bridging the gap between legend and reality. The giant squid reminds us that the ocean's depths hold mysteries that defy our imagination. So the next time someone tells you a story about a sea monster, consider that it might just be an echo of a truth we're only beginning to understand. Coming in at number 3, the Komodo dragon. When it comes to myths and legends, few are as enduring and terrifying as the tales of dragons. These magnificent beasts have captured our imaginations for centuries, appearing in myths, legends, and folklore across the globe. And while many dismiss them as mere fantasy, what if the truth lies somewhere in between reality and myth? Enter the Komodo dragon, a creature so bizarre and awe-inspiring that it seems straight out of a prehistoric fairy tale. The Komodo dragon, native to the Indonesian islands of Komodo, Rinca, Flores, Gili Motang, and Padar, is the largest living species of lizard. These formidable creatures can reach lengths of up to 10 feet and weigh over 300 pounds. Now, while this may not sound like the stuff of legends, wait until you hear what else these dragons can do. The Komodo dragon's most striking feature is perhaps its most feared, its sharp and powerful claws. With these weapons, it can easily dig into its prey, tearing flesh with ease. And while their bite isn't venomous per se, their saliva contains toxins that can quickly incapacitate their victims, leading to death within hours. These deadly lizards are true predators, feeding primarily on deer, water buffalo, and pigs. But they're not picky eaters and will tackle anything that enters their territory. But the Komodo dragon's reign at the top of the food chain hasn't been challenged without consequences. The Komodo National Park, established in 1980, aims to protect not just these unique creatures, but also the diverse flora and fauna that inhabit their ecosystem. Despite their fearsome reputation, the Komodo dragons are a vital part of their ecosystem, helping to control populations of herbivores and prevent overgrazing. They're also a key tourist attraction for the region, bringing in much-needed revenue and raising awareness about the importance of conservation. The Komodo dragon is a reminder that the line between myth and reality is often blurred. What may seem like a creature of fantasy can turn out to be an all-too-real and very dangerous predator. At number 2, we have the coelacanth. For centuries, the coelacanth was considered a creature of legend, a fish that had supposedly gone extinct 66 million years ago. But in 1938, a South African fisherman hauled in a strange catch, a fish unlike any he'd seen before. It was heavy, oddly shaped, and strangely familiar. This was no ordinary fish. It was a coelacanth, a living fossil that had somehow survived for millions of years. The coelacanth belongs to a group of fish called lobe-finned fishes, which are characterized by their fleshy, lobed fins. These ancient creatures first appeared on Earth around 365 million years ago, during the Devonian period. They were some of the first vertebrates to venture out of the water and onto land, eventually giving rise to amphibians and ultimately to us. But by the end of the Cretaceous period, 66 million years ago, all coelacanths were believed to have gone extinct. That was until 1938, when the first living coelacanth was discovered. This remarkable find was made by a South African museum curator named Marjorie Courtney Latner. She was examining a fish that had been brought in by a local fisherman when she realized that it was unlike any other fish she'd seen before. Further research revealed that it was a coelacanth, a species that was supposed to have gone extinct millions of years earlier. Since then, several more coelacanths have been found, all of them living in the deep waters off the coast of South Africa and Indonesia. These creatures have remained largely unchanged for millions of years, offering us a unique window into the past. The discovery of the coelacanth serves as a reminder that there's still so much we don't know about our world, and that even creatures that are thought to be extinct can still be found lurking in the shadows. And finally, coming in at number 1, the babirusa. The babirusa is a mythical beast whose very existence seemed to be called into question by scientific minds. A hybrid of pig and deer, unicorn, bison, and antelope, this animal seems to be an enigma, a jumble of contradictory features that doesn't fit neatly into any known species. Yet it exists, living and breathing, in the forests of Indonesia. The babirusa's defining characteristic is its most unusual, a pair of spiraling tusks that protrude from its forehead like the horns of a young deer. These tusks are not just unique, they're also a mystery. Scientists have been unable to determine exactly how or why they evolve, making them a fascinating subject of study for biologists and geneticists alike. These tusks, a central feature of babirusa lore, have fueled myths and legends for centuries. Some say they grow continuously, while others claim they fall off and regrow. The truth, however, lies somewhere in between these tales. Babirusa tusks do grow, but at a rate of around half an inch per year. They can also fall off, but only if they become damaged or infected. When a tusk breaks off, a new one starts growing underneath it, eventually replacing the lost tusk. The babirusa's unique appearance has led to its being worshipped as a divine creature in some cultures. They're said to be immortal, forever young and forever wild, a symbol of the untamed spirit of the forest. The Sulawesi crested macaque, another inhabitant of the forests where the babirusa lives, is similarly revered. Both creatures are shrouded in mythology, embodying the magic and mystery of the Indonesian wilderness. The babirusa's existence is a testament to the boundless creativity of nature. It's a creature that defies easy categorization, challenging our traditional understanding of taxonomy and reminding us that the natural world is full of surprises. All right, folks, that's our list. But before we go, I want to hear from you. Which of these creatures surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing journeys through history. Until next time, stay curious. Thanks for watching.